Can I use the 7 steps to reprogramming yourself with my kids? Yes, you can. In fact, it's very, very easy to use it with your kids, much easier than with adults. They're much more likely to be open to it. They're less likely to be resistant, and it doesn't take as long with kids because they haven't had as much time to build up the belief that nothing will work for them. The older people get, the more ingrained they get in their limiting beliefs and find more evidence that these beliefs are true, when in fact they've been wrong the whole time, unfortunately. And then they don't have an open mind anymore. But kids are much more open, so it's easier to work with them. And I'll tell you a story about NORMA. NORMA was a mom of 6. She was in the live course, and she said, I have a son who's 8 years old. He has really severe anger issues. He has to go to therapy every single week. He's in trouble at school all the time. His teacher calls me almost every day. It's really a big problem. He fights at home. Can I use the 7 steps with him? And I said, of course you can. And let us know what happens next week when we get back together. Next week, she comes up on stage and she says, I have to share with everybody, my son that I told you about last week that had anger issues got into a fight with his sister, my daughter. And after their fight, I asked him if he would like to erase his anger. And he said yes. And so we started doing the 7 steps, and we started erasing all of his anger. And it didn't take that long, only a matter of minutes, and it was all gone. And he said he wasn't angry anymore. The next day, something really strange happened. His teacher called me and said, I don't know what you did, but he's not angry anymore. He's different. He's changed. Whatever you did, it really worked. Here was the amazing thing. They went to therapy that week. She said, the therapist told me at the end of the session, he doesn't need therapy anymore. Whatever you did, he's not angry anymore. This is an amazing story from such a long time ago, and I'm so grateful that there are many, 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 many other stories like that. So yes, use it with your kids. Use it with your kids every day until you can't find anything else to use it with. Now, I want to give you a different example of can I use it with my kids. In a recent course, an amazing woman who owns a yoga studio named CHRISTELLE told us a story about her kid who was acting out. And she was frustrated and annoyed by him. And they were having all this conflict between the two of them. And she wasn't sure what to do. So she decided to erase how she felt, her frustration, her anger, her annoyance with him. And she said this was amazing. The next morning, after she erased all of it, he woke up as an angel. And his behavior stayed that way forever. We have her video on YouTube. Watch. And you can see that you can use this both with your kids directly or for your kids by working on yourself. Isn't this great?